Hello, future scientists. Welcome to Physics Teacher. We have a grade 12 chemistry tutorial here where I'm going to teach you how dissociating a salt or an ionic compound in water can produce acidic or basic solutions. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to make those predictions yourself as to what salt will give you acidic, basic, or even a neutral solution. Let's get started. So let's start with something simple. We're just going to start with sodium chloride here. So sodium chloride is a salt, an ionic compound, and when it dissociates in water, it produces your ions. So we have our cation, which is our positive ion for sodium, and our anion, which is our negative ion for chlorine. Now in this case, your solution is going to have a pH of 7. Well, let's look at why that is. So sodium we consider a spectator ion. It does not participate in the acid-base reaction. It's an extremely weak conjugate acid of a strong base and does not react with water. So what do I mean by it's a weak conjugate acid of a strong base? So sodium hydroxide is a strong base, and when it dissociates, it produces a conjugate acid. However, because this dissociates to completion due to being an extremely strong base, sodium is inversely proportional to that and is a very weak conjugate acid and will not steal a hydrogen or a proton from any water molecule. So it does nothing really. Same with chlorine. So chlorine, if we look at hydrochloric acid, when it collides with a water molecule, this goes to completion, and this hydrogen is donated to water, giving us a hydronium ion, and then we're left with chlorine. And because this is a strong acid, it's very, very good at giving up a proton. This means that its conjugate base, chlorine, is very, very bad at accepting one. So it's not going to do anything either. And so we have a neutral solution. Let's look at an example that's not neutral. So let's say we take sodium carbonate here and we dissolve that in water. What happens is we end up with a pH greater than 7. So we end up with a basic solution. Why? So when we dissociate it, we get our sodium ions and our carbonate ions. And just as we discussed before, sodium ions, being the conjugate acid of a very strong base, sodium hydroxide, has no effect at all. However, carbonate ions will collide with water and steal one of their hydrogens, leaving hydroxide ions. And the reason they do this is because carbonate comes from a weak acid. And so it doesn't readily give up its protons, but its conjugate base is more likely to grab one. So if we look at the acid, so HCO3 plus H2O, okay, this conjugate acid will give up its hydrogen to form hydronium ions, and it's left with CO3. So here's our acid, and here's its conjugate base. Now it's a very weak acid, so it's not going to give up that proton very readily. In fact, the strength of an acid is inversely related to the strength of its conjugate base. So since the weak acid doesn't fully ionize, its conjugate base is relatively strong, so it has a very good tendency to accept a proton like it does here in this reaction, compared to, of course, a conjugate base of a strong acid in our previous example with chlorine. So this is going to form hydroxide ions in our solution, making it basic. All right, well, let's look at an example of ammonium chloride. If we were to take this salt and dissolve it in water, it ends up with a pH less than 7. It's acidic. Well, why is that? Well, ammonium chloride is going to dissociate into ammonium, and chlorine. Now, just in our first example, chlorine is the conjugate base of a very strong acid. So therefore, it's very weak conjugate base and is not going to accept protons very readily. However, ammonium is a conjugate acid for a very weak base, specifically ammonia. So we have this reaction. So we have ammonia is a weak base. So when it collides with a water molecule, a very small proportion of them will actually steal a proton or accept a proton to become our conjugate acid and hydroxide. But because this has a very low tendency to steal or accept a proton or a hydrogen ion, its conjugate acid has a very high tendency to donate one. So it's going to donate one of its hydrogens here, producing hydronium. So this ion inside of our salt is actually going to react with water to produce hydronium ions, making our solution acidic. How's everybody doing? Let's have a quick recap. So in summary, if we have cations of a strong base, for example, sodium, and anions of a strong acid, for example, chlorine, our dissolved salt produces a neutral solution. However, if the cation is from a weak base, its conjugate acid is going to create an acidic solution. For example, ammonium. But if the anion is from a weak acid, its conjugate base is going to form a basic solution. For example, carbonate. Let's try some examples on your own. So here's 4 examples. Pause the video here and figure out whether or not these dissolved salts would produce a neutral, acidic, or basic solution. When you're ready, click play again and we'll go over them. Alright, so our first one, lithium bromine, this produces a neutral solution. Okay, both of those ions act as spectator ions. Over here, we have ammonium, okay, and nitrate. Nitrate is the anion of a very strong acid, nitric acid. So its conjugate base is not going to do anything. But ammonium, as we've discussed already, it's the conjugate acid of a weak base. So it's going to have an effect creating hydronium ions, making our solution acidic. Sodium, no effect. However, sulfate is the anion of a weak acid, and so is going to have a stronger conjugate base, which is going to make our solution basic. And potassium, no effect. Phosphate is going to be the anion of a weak acid, and therefore having a strong conjugate base, producing a basic solution. Okay, so those are examples when you have like a strong cation and a weak anion, or vice versa, or they're both strong, meaning neutral. What happens if they're both weak? Let's look at this very special case. So ammonium is the cation of a weak base, and so it produces a conjugate acid, making it acidic, right? But phosphate is the anion of a weak acid, giving us a stronger conjugate base, making it basic. So if our ammonium ions are producing hydronium ions and our phosphate ions are producing hydroxide ions, is this just neutral? No, it's not going to be neutral because they're not going to produce them to the same amount. So what you need to do is you need to look up our Ka and Kb values for these ions. So the Ka value for the ammonium ion is around 1 Sorry, 5.6 times 10 to the minus 10. There's our Ka value. So that's a very, very small value. Whereas the Kb value for our phosphate ions is about 2.1 times 10 to the minus 2. So that's much, much higher because it's the conjugate base of a very, very weak acid, meaning it's a strong base. So because this value is higher, we're going to be producing far more hydroxide ions than hydronium ions, making this one basic. Well, I hope that tutorial helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to download any resources for some of the courses I teach, you can get them for free in the description. I'll see you in the next video.